It's okay. It's okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Help me look at your neighbor. If your neighbor is fair in complexion, say, neighbor, you are the light of the world. If your neighbor is black like me, say, neighbor, darkness could not comprehend it. If your neighbor is fat, say, neighbor, occupy till I call. If your neighbor is like me, say, neighbor, dry bones will rise again. Look at your neighbor. If your neighbor have big head, say, neighbor, you shall be the head and not the tail. Look at your neighbor's stomach. If your neighbor have big belly, say, neighbor, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. If you love the way God created you, put your hands together for Jesus. Don't let anybody frustrate you. Some people will say, you are not looking fine. You are created in the image and likeness of God. Yeah, thank you. Before, I used to think that I was short. I now found out that I am not short. It's because of the people that I stand with. That's why I think I'm short. If I'm standing with Pastor Paul, I am short. If I'm standing with Kenny Black, I am tall. So it depends on who you are standing with. So those of you that think you are overweight, you are obese, you are now drinking all manner of tea to lose weight, you are standing with too many slim people. Go and stand with fatter people, you become the prayer point. As a matter of fact, research shows that if you weigh 100 pounds on planet Earth, if you go to planet Mars, your weight is 40 pounds. It means you are not overweight, you are just on the wrong planet. Go back home. Go back home. Don't kill yourself for anybody. One thing I've realized that in the Bible, everybody God bragged with, all of them have money. He said, I'm the God of Abraham. He had money. I'm the God of Isaac. He had money. I'm the God of Jacob. Jacob had money. In fact, it was God that caused Satan. Have you seen my servant Job? The Bible said he was the richest man in the East. Maybe from Newisef. But when the Bible wanted to talk about a poor man, he said there was a certain man called Lazarus. Because he didn't have money, he became a certain man. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, make money in this life. Tell your neighbor, God will bless you with money in 2024. You are not saying as if you say, neighbor, God will bless you with money in 2024. And please, this experience, any artist they call that you don't know, don't bother, just dance to the song. Last year at Experience, they called Donnie McCloskins. One guy was shouting, Donnie, my guy. The way he said, Donnie, my guy, I know the guy doesn't know who Donnie is. I said, who be Donnie? He said, not be that woman. Eh? When did Donnie become a woman? Okay, say he's a man. I said, okay, which song did Donnie McCloskins sing? He said, is he not the one that sang Don Moy? Eh? So Donnie McCloskins sang full human being. Let me advise you, things that, are you aware that now at weddings, people bribe to eat at weddings? You go to a wedding, your table, they will not serve you food. You just be seeing bottled water as if you came to bath. The table behind you, they are eating amala, snail, rice. You are wondering, are these people from the family of the groom? Let me tell you, they know no one. What they do now is that as you are entering the hall, you call one waiter and say, waiter, hold this 1,000. They paid him to stand from morning till night, 3,000. Only my friend gave you 10,000, that he's the groom. I said for 10,000, he said I can bring the cake. Eh? I said, where will they cut? He said after they cut it, they will bring the cake. Don't let anybody frustrate you. How many of you have seen those cars where they write, if my driving is wrong, call this number? Have you ever called that number? It does not work. I was driving behind a school bus the other day. The driver was driving recklessly. I said, let me report the driver. That's how I called the number. And the man answered. I said, hello, how can I help you? I said, I'm currently driving behind your school bus. and the driver is driving recklessly, endangering the life of children and parents put under your care, I want you to sanction the driver. The plate number on the car is BDG418EE. Next thing I heard was, ooh, God will punish you. Wicked Nigerians. I know I will meet people like you on Lagos Road. That is why I removed the school number and put my personal number. Instead of you to overtake me and you are calling them to sack me. If they sack me, who will feed my family? It will not be well with you. I ended the call. I called the second number. I said, hello, are you heard? Don't bother the two SIM in one phone. If you love Jesus, make some noise. Hold on. You know that right now in church, a lot of things have changed. Right now, when we are giving offerings in church, all you need to do is to pass the envelope to your right. So whether you have offering or whether you don't have, or nobody knows, you shall move envelope. But in those days, offering time, you must dance from the back to the front. So if you don't have, they will leave you on the seat, and everybody will know that your family does not have money. I did not, so to remove shame, what they say, offering time, as if I dancing to the front, me, I'm going to the restroom. Offering time, restroom. I did not know that the ushers were watching me. Until one Sunday, they shouted, offering time. I went to the toilet as usual. When I got there this time, I saw offering basket. They said, oh, God, we know you are coming here. Drop something. Experience, God bless you. Give the Lord a shout.